So like I was saying, that has moved me now from cultivating your 7 streams of income into monetizing your social media. Okay, but before I go and talk about your core 1000 or any of that, let me talk about this first. Plan and set a goal for your social media. Can we please be respectful of these platforms that we have? A lot of us are sharing things that are funny. It's fine. It's funny. It's your platform. It's your personal platform. Yes, use it how you want to use it. But let me just highlight to you that you could be missing out on a big opportunity, okay? You could miss out on a possible deal with a brand because you shared a video that was shading them or that was negative in their values. So we need to start being careful of the things that we're joking about online, of the things that we're recklessly typing online. We need to start being careful, especially if you do make the decision that you want to monetize your social media, then we really do have to clean it up a little bit. In the beginning, it will be work. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to put in a little bit of work. I would say take a month. If you are serious about monetizing your social media, take a month. Look at your social media. Do an audit. Ask a few friends, ask people that you don't know, but maybe they follow you or something. Be intentional about it, okay? So plan for it and then set a goal. What do you want? Social media is not just about followers. Followers are great. Likes are great. But at the end of the day, we're talking about income. So you want to be able to turn those likes into money, okay? So this is important. And for me, this is something that I take very seriously. I'm not playing around on my social media. Like follow my Instagram, follow Poised Investor, see what's on there. I'm not joking, okay? So plan for it, set a goal. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to monetize? Do you want to get free things? Remember, let's not underestimate the value of free things. For instance, you spend money on perfume. Maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, you're buying perfume. So then a perfume store decides that they want to work with you because they've liked your social media. So then they're giving you perfume, a few perfumes, a couple of months. That's already relieving a chunk of your budget. I would say on average, you will get a good perfume between like 1,500 kwacha going up. So if I have a budget of 1,000, 5,000 kwacha every 3 months, every quarter 1,500 for perfume, that's what 6,000 a year, and a brand or a shop is giving me free perfume for the year. It means it has freed up a 6,000 kwacha in my budget. Okay, if I am a mom and I post pictures with my son and I spend maybe 10,000 kwacha on his clothes every year, and then a kid's clothing shop says, hey, would like to work with you, we'll give you a bunch of clothes for your kid, post for us, it means it has freed up 10,000 kwacha worth of product. So in the beginning, as you grow your social media, you will have a lot of brands not willing to pay you money, but willing to give you gift items. They'll give you media packages, those things, promotional packages, makeup, things like that. Then you will be able to free up funds in that way. So don't look down on it. You have to take time to build it. So take a month to audit, plan, restructure your social media, set goals in that month, and then start working consistently to build your social media brand, to build your social media following so that you grow that platform and you monetize it. Set your financial goals for your platform. Okay, you're not here to play, like, dude, bundles have become so expensive. Also, because of the COVID pandemic, there's never been a better time than now to do business online. Everyone's online. How much more time are we spending online? Because people are locked up. There's only 2 of us in the office. I can't walk to so-and-so store to get this, or to this business to get this. So I go online to find them. So there's a lot of opportunity online right now. So again, do not take your social media for granted. So set your long-term goals for your social media. work with the end in mind. Long-term goal, what it is, what do you want your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn to do for you, and then work your way backwards. So you're working into medium term, into short term, and into today. What should I be doing today? Do I need to be posting every day? Do I need to be posting every 2 days? This is a tip that I'm throwing in there. Usually people like consistency. So they want to know that if they come to your page, either Jayne posts a picture a day, or Jayne posts every 2 days, or even if it's once a week, but they want to know that if I go to her page on a Monday, I will find a new post every Monday. Okay. And then your posts must have some sort of they should have a structure to them. It shouldn't just be random, like, oh, just because I'm posting. Okay. So your posts should be useful. They must either be useful, they must be helpful, or they must be entertaining. If you can do all three, you will be a social media beast. Most of us are able to do one, or we're able to do two. It's hard to do all three. If you can be useful, helpful, or entertaining, awesome. Then you're well on your way. Always prepare your content beforehand, okay? There are apps that we use. Preview is my go-to app. Preview is an app that you can download on your phone. You can put your pictures in advance for Instagram. I'm talking about Instagram now. You can put your posts in advance. You can put your captions in advance. You can schedule your post so that when it's time to post, it just gives you a message, time to post. You press one button and the thing goes. Okay, so take time, maybe in the week, schedule your posts. You can do that even for Facebook. I am not yet sure for LinkedIn. I have to double check that. For blogs, I know if you have a website, you can schedule, you can write your posts, schedule it, give it a day, give it a time, and then it goes up automatically. So be very intentional with what information you're giving out. With this, I will say niche yourself. Okay, niche. Most of us like to say, oh, I'm lifestyle, because we like to talk about fashion, we like to talk about makeup, we like to talk about places we're hanging out, we want to look nice, I want to show you my shoe collection. So I go ahead and I say I'm lifestyle. But really, there is so much value in niching. So be known for one thing first. If you want to diversify, that's great. But firstly, be known for one thing. There's a guy I used to follow who was all about tea. Okay, and this guy was traveling the world. Tea brands were taking him from Kenya to go to China, to go to England, to taste teas, to go to tea festivals, because all he used to post about was tea. He would talk about what type of tea it is, what are the benefits of this tea, where is it grown, how beautiful it looks. He would brew tea and post pictures and things like that. So you can niche yourself in anything. So again, be known for one thing and one thing only. And then you can grow from there. And then start broadening slowly. You do not want to confuse your audience. So for instance, Jayne was known for fashion, okay? Jayne was known for fashion and is known for fashion. Trust and believe. I like my fashion. But I also like finance. So what I've done is I have slowly started introducing the personal finance side of it. I've slowly started telling people, all these years that you've been following me, I've actually been a banker. And I actually know about personal finance. And I actually know information around this and this. And so you keep building around that. It's also important for niches. For brands in your niche, because they know you and they know you are all about these things. They'll know you as an expert. So my normal rule is 70-30, okay? Are you known for gadgets, for instance? If you're an IT guy, are you known for gadgets? But then you want to post your child and you want to post your holidays as well. So do 70% on your gadgets, the core thing that you do, and then 30% you can throw in a little bit of this and that, just to make your feed more lively, just to, show that you're a human being, show that there's another side to you. You can, and then collaborate with other people in your niche or across niches. So if I've niched, but then I want to grow my audience, I want to grow my brand online, then start collaborating with other creatives in your specific area, right? So maybe I'm in fashion and I talk about primarily makeup. It might be nice to collaborate with somebody else in fashion in that value chain who's either retail or likes clothes or is into shoes. That way we cross-sell, we cross our audience, our customers, our brands. So you're seeing you become more visible in 2-3 different places. Also, when we talk about collaboration, reach out to brands, okay? It doesn't matter how big your following is, okay? You have 10,000 followers, that's great. But trust me, the brands don't have time to be looking on social media checking for who has 10,000 followers. So half the time, the brands don't know you. So make a list of the brands that you want to work with. Once you reach a certain place and you've done a certain amount of work, make a list of the brands that you want to work with and start reaching out to them. So write to them, have a proper little proposal, 1 page. This is my social media, my audience is this, and my audience is your audience as well, so we can do this together. Show them what value you bring to the table. Show them your demographic to know that your demographic is similar. Also give them your rates, please. I have seen this happen. We have a lot of overexposed, underpaid influencers, bloggers in Zambia. It's sad. A lot of us are overexposed. You have 30,000 followers, but a brand doesn't pay you money. We see you at parties for so-and-so brand, but they didn't pay you any money. Have your rate card ready. Most brands are willing to pay you money if you ask for it. If you look like you do it for free, they're not going to offer you money. I'm a business person myself. If I want to work with you and you don't show that you're willing to take money or you want money, I'm not going to offer it to you. Okay? If I do offer you money, I'll offer you like minimum. But most brands have a budget for advertising, for influencers. So reach out to them, tell them these are my prices. Most of them, to be honest, they will not reject you right off the cuff. If your fee or your rate is above their budget, they will come back to you and say, we would pay you, but our budget is up to 5,000 kwacha. This 10,000 kwacha that you're asking for, we can't afford it. Would you be willing for us to give you 5,000 and some product, or would you be willing to work within this range? So you start negotiating that way. What you're doing when you give your rate to the brand is you're taking your power. Okay, you're taking your power back. You're harnessing it for yourself. So it's very important that these things are in place. Have a nice little media kit. Have a nice little profile. Put your analytics in there. I wrote down monitor and change. Most pages, if you decide to monetize your social media, it will ask you to turn it into a business page or something like that. That way you're able to get analytics. What post did well? What is your best time to post? Who are you targeting when you sponsor a post, when you boost, you people who boost posts? I'm not shading boosting, but I'm just saying the people who boost their posts, if you boost it, who are you boosting it to? Okay, so it'll give you analytics, so that's important. And that is it for my presentation today. So I touched on why millennials and money is important. I touched on practicing delayed gratification so that we build wealth. I touched on cultivating your 7 streams of income, and our last stream of income was monetizing your social media. That was my presentation for today. Thank you so much for everybody that stayed on and was chatting back to me. This was awesome. But then we'll take a few questions along the way. So I think the very first question was Chuma. She was talking about good debt and bad debt. And she talked about what's the difference and what's my opinion. I've always said, I think people say debt is a bad word. I have been in debt before and it was bad for me, and I'll tell you why. Because this debt I incurred because somebody said they had a business deal. They asked me to take out debt for them. I took out debt. I gave them the money. They blew it, or the deal didn't work out, and I was left paying for this massive amount of money that I did not know where it went. I did not plan for it. It was not productive for me in any way. So that was bad debt. Okay, so bad debt will include things like, oh, I am getting a loan so my girls and I can go on a girls trip. That's bad debt. If you knew you wanted to go on a girls trip in 2020, you should have saved for it, planned for it, started a stream of income to sort out your extracurricular activities. That's something that I take personally. Like if I want to go on a trip or start a hobby, then I try and find ways to pay for that hobby with a new stream of income. That's just me personally, but these are things you can plan for. So that would be bad debt, okay? If you have a business, you have a plan, you're saying, I need a 50,000 kwacha, I am going to go and borrow from the bank, I am going to invest the 50,000 here, and I'm going to make back the 50,000 in 6 months, then by all means go and get your debt. That is not bad debt at all. Then go to the bank, I don't know else, other lenders. I'm skeptical about other lenders because they're expensive. A bank will always quote you interest per year. So even if the bank tells you 30% per year, by Zambian standards, that's, it's small because you're paying it across 12 months. Whereas if you go to, these other places, you get debt, they'll tell you per month. So they'll tell you, oh, you'll pay 10% per month. Over a period of 1 year, you would have paid 120%, okay? So think of it that way. But then that also is just weighing. What are you doing with the money? How soon can you pay it back? Always find out as much information as you can. Where can I get the money? How much is it going to cost me per month, per annum? If I don't pay back, what are the consequences? Look at your contracts carefully before you do, before you take out any debt. So that's the answer to that.